Hello there, I'm Pops and welcome back. So this is just a little intro video to the beach vlog that I've been working on. So I've been to a couple of different beaches and was collecting sea glass and some pebbles and doing some artwork with them while my friend was doing some artwork with them, and I'll show you all the treasures at the end that we got and some pictures. But the one thing I will say is, obviously at the moment I've got a lot going on with starting again at the medical side of things, so I've been having a really tough time. And it's one of those things that when your bucket gets overfilled with stress, you need to empty that bucket out, otherwise you just erupt into the littlest thing, could just make you just break down in tears, and it can really ruin an entire day and a whole, afternoon, because once you're in that mode, once your brain has just focused on one emotion and you let that sweep you away, it's really difficult to get out of that. So I personally need to work more on the warning signs of getting my bucket too full and making sure that I do take a breather and I relax in between and empty some of that stress out of that bucket, because it's not good for anyone to have an overflowing bucket and just be really stressed, and anything can set you off and just be angry at the world just because one little thing's gone wrong. But it's not actually that one little thing. It's not like, for instance, my sat nav stopped working. It's not just the sat nav that tipped me over the edge. The sat nav was the icing on the cake, if that makes sense. The bucket was already all the way kind of full to the brim, could not take any more, as it was with the doctor situation and having to get more bloods done and still not figuring out why I've been sick and having to go to the hospital, and all that stuff was already in my bucket. So adding on the sat nav, I overflowed. And so I do need to go back to my basics, go back to what are my warning signs before my bucket is too full. And if you don't know the bucket analogy, it is like you have a mental bucket in your head, and everything that you do, little stresses, so like paying your bills on time, birthdays, or important events coming up, or anything that stresses you out goes into the bucket and it fills up with water essentially. And as the more stress you put in there, it's going to overflow if you don't take a breather and you don't take that mental time to just relax and decompress a little bit and empty some of that pressure out, because it will explode, and nobody wants that. Nobody. So okay, stop digging, buddy. My dog's digging on the couch. Yes, I'm talking to you, buddy boy. Talking to you, buddy boy. But that's the thing. So obviously with the cancellation of the next programme from the STEPS group, that's kind of threw me as well. So I've not had the ongoing support of that team to keep on top of, and I know I shouldn't have someone there to keep on top of that and making sure I'm doing these things regularly, but it does help. So if you do have a friend or a family member that can remind you to do your programmes, that is great. But no, that family member will probably get somewhat negative from you when you don't want to do it. You're not going to want to do it in those moments, and them coming up to you going, "No, do you think you should do your paperwork?" is not going to make you a happy bunny. But it is a necessary evil if you don't have the support there from the NHS or from the doctors or from therapists, to remind you. And if you do struggle with remembering to do the consistent work on yourself, then you need to put in those places to do that. But I just thought I'd give you a bit of clarification before the vlog. I won't keep you too much longer, but it'll all become clear when you watch it. Alright, thanks. Boys! Hi! Hi, Noodle! Hi! Hi, go! Open! Noodle! Good boy. Beach day. Looking for some stones. He has to be on the lead because this one does not come back. Does not come back. Go, go, go. Again. This way, Opie. Opie. Sorry I look a mess. I just wanted to feel like I am having a bad day. My sat nav is not working anymore. And I just want to cry. And I'm at the beach. And I'm just over it. So over it. So over today. So over everything. Just had enough. Reached my limit of how much I can take. As much as I try and be happy, or pretend to be happy, it doesn't really seem to be working at the moment. We're starting again from day dot with trying to figure out what's wrong with me, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating. But it is what it is. I am so proud. I have a gazebo and it is my height so I can get in and out, so it's not too tall. And it is cozy in here. I'm so proud of myself. With a little bit of help, because these things I couldn't lift these things up high enough, but a little bit of help and we did it. It's the gazebo. And the boys seem happy with it. They've got a little bed to lie on. Well, they've got beds everywhere, to be fair, because, you know. But I think it looks okay. I think I did a great job.